Good evening, and welcome to the Brazil Files. Yes, it's about as positive as I'm going to get. Hey up, me ducks. Today we are discussing a newspaper that was landed on my doorstep, and I feel it needs discussing because I have never, ever seen so much trash in one paper. And it's giving the Sun a run for its money. Well, actually, it beats the Sun in its flagrant fake newsness. It's that fake news that is only written for one demographic. It begins with K and has a meme all over the internet at this moment in time. So I'm going to read it and we're going to dissect it and try and make sense of it. So the first story in this piece of cat literary liner is what pandemic? Yes, what indeed. Just been sat inside looking at the outside going, oh, I'd like to go outside and get infected. Oh, yes. Right, so we begin. The charade is over. As these graphics show, no they don't show, I've had a look and I cannot verify any of them other than the flu one, but coronavirus isn't the flu. As these graphics show, the world has been subject to an elaborate marketing scheme. By losing billions we have marketed to you. Yes. Perpetuated by billionaire drug companies, NGOs like the World Health Organization, greedy salesmen posing as elected representatives and all their Chinese word shall slur, officers and lackeys, just following orders to scared for their jobs to actually protect the people in their care and do the duty they believe they were once signing up for. Really? You try to tell me that everything's been faked for an elaborate marketing ploy? Was that for Amazon? We all sit at home, we all order off Amazon. If you said Jeff Bezos faked it, I'd believe you. Well, no, I wouldn't. But he's the only one that's profited off this. So you're going to have to come up with something better than that. Right, the next part of this article. Part 2. Millionaires know the truth. They've done their own research and learned the obvious, evident deceptions about the COVID-19 pandemic from Facebook, probably, more than likely, allegedly, such as the lack of any annual death spike shown here on the left. Yeah, I don't know where that's from. It says it's from the Office of National Studies. It definitely isn't. But many still feel pressured by social engineering and community virtual signal. What the hell that is? No idea. To accept the genuine long-term health of a nation, and especially our children, is far more important than personal short-term consideration. Yes, my health comes second to my children's health, and it is more important for long-term health than short-term health, because long-term health equals a lot more expensive than short-term health considerations. It's just true, because you end up with people on benefits for a long time. You end up with people then that are needing a lot of medical treatment for a long time. This all costs money, and to turn around and say short-term considerations are far more important, your personal short-term considerations are far more important than your child, is just stupid, right? The next part of this, dozens of health workers, police, and others have wanted to whistleblow to the light. Yes, really? Yeah, but are too afraid for their jobs to be named. Yeah, I can say that a lot of people wanted to blow the whistle about aliens, but they were too afraid to come forward, so I'm doing it for them. And do you know what? It doesn't make it any real. No. They can come forward without being named and still blow the whistle. And they haven't come forward to your wonderful paper. However, right, this should speak volumes for in itself for exactly the kind of regime we are living under. I agree with you. It does speak volumes about this regime. This regime has been trash from the start, in my opinion, allegedly, especially under Boris Johnson. Been really, really trash. However, there have been so many doctors, lawyers, ex-pharma executives and vaccine developers calling out the world governments and their supranational powers that appear to be controlling them. So all these people have come out and it hasn't once hit the news. If this came out, this would be all over the news because this sells. Right. This revealed as a coordinated mass deception. This is COVID-19, by the way. It's been revealed as a mass coordinated deception to push genetic therapy injections. What? Yes. I don't think it works like that. And increase the compliance to a bizarre cult-like instructions. They seem impervious to either criticism, career-ending truths proving their incompetence, or outright criminality. I agree with that last statement. Boris Johnson and his friends are impervious to criticism, career-ending truths, and they're incompetent and they're outright criminality. Just not necessarily in this context. Out of a growing threat of mass non-compliance or worse. I don't even think you know what you're talking about, do you? Incompetence or outright criminality are the growing threat of mass non-compliance or worse. Yeah, growing threat of non-compliance. How long? Right, this bit I highlighted. How long will they continue to manipulate people into not going about their normal lives, ruining their natural immune system, believing other people are infectious, and completing the breakup of the modern society they began in World War I? Yes, the breakup of modern society would actually be the British Empire that they began to break up in World War I. One assumes. As regards the graphs, there is one that is allegedly from the Office of National Statistics. Couldn't find it. There's one from coviddashboard.live/beds, which sounds like a conspiracy source in the first place. So I'm not even putting that one up. There's disease deaths per day worldwide, and it has COVID-19 at 56. Yes. I don't know where they get the information from that graph, but it is definitely misleading. As regards the fact that you have to use a racial slur in the first paragraph of this, I should say everything about the rest of it, really. And whatever we need to know. I will do another story later, and if you like this one, so click the link, subscribe, ring the belly thing. Sounding very boomerish. Have a great day.